Hi, everyone. A little while ago, Mary Lynn Campbell, one of the leaders who contributed to the book Human Work, and I had a conversation with a couple of very good humans from Switzerland, Benny and Geordie. They're from a company called Living Docs, and Benny is the Chief Product Officer, and Geordie works in Benny's team. And we had this conversation about what a good boss might look like. And it was just such a rewarding conversation. We happened to record it. So, Mary Lynn and I have just put together a couple of clips from that conversation. And really, the focus, there's three key messages that we took out of the conversation with them. And the first one is what's possible when a boss enables somebody who works for them to really show up as their best self and hold space for them as the whole human. And so we hear from Geordie about what that made possible for him, including how he shows up for other people who may not be in the position of having such a great boss. The second message was around what contributes towards the conditions for trust. And we heard from Benny here what it is that he does that enables this to happen in the team. And then the third thing was some messaging around, well, what are the ways in which we can be good to each other at work? And what impact does that have? So I hope you enjoy this short video, and I hope that you keep making your workplace more human. Go well, everyone.
We spend so much time at work that it's like we need to be supported there as well. And I think Benny supports each of us on top of the work that he has. And that's like quite hard, I would say. And not only on like technical level or management level, it's just also on a personal level. And I think one of the best things that he does is that he empathizes quite a lot with us and he's willing to listen. And yeah, also he's like willing to get out there and just find solutions for us. And yeah, he's on the line for us and he's also with us. So I think he empowers us in a way that, yeah, it makes us move forward. I think that's the best way to describe it.
Thank you, Geordie. And what difference does that make in your life, do you think, if at all?
I think it does. Since I joined the company, I've gained confidence, and with confidence, then I was like more motivated to explore other facets of life. So I got into art, I got into music, which I never thought I could do, and I think it all can also affect like I'm generally happier and I'm like motivated to do new things, as I said. But then I think it also touches in society. We have many people that are not part of our circles, let's say work or friends and our family. And then just I make efforts to be extra nice to these people that have also struggles on their life and they might not have a nice boss on their side. So it's life is hard for them. And yeah, wherever I can just be nice to these people, I try to do so.
Wow. Can I just feedback what I think I heard, Geordie?
Yeah.
That since you've been working for Benny, you feel like your confidence has increased. And what that has done, and that's just because how he is as a boss, how he empathizes and supports you. So then your confidence has grown, and that has meant that you feel happier and that you have tried things in your personal life that you might not otherwise have ever done, like you never thought that you could do music, for instance. So
Yeah.
your increased sense of confidence is playing a role in you having a more satisfying and happier life.
Yeah, I would say so.
But Jordi, you also mentioned that it was having a positive impact on your productivity within the company itself, no? And within your relationships with other colleagues, and that there were particular aspects of this capacity of Benny to find solutions and to empower yourselves as a team that led you to feel you could fail at times, or you could, be more creative at other times. Could you talk to us about that aspect as well?
Yes, I think maybe I'll tackle first how we work. And it's like, from his side, he trusted we'll do the right thing. And whenever we have challenges, I know I can approach him, and he, without judgment, he will just try to help me if he can. Or if he cannot help me directly, he will just look for a solution for me or just guide me in the right way. So yeah, that makes, like, I think the word is ownership. We have ownership, but we are not solely responsible for what we do. And that's like, we have this safety net that others at the team, not only Benny, but others can help us to do our best work. And yeah, I think that's on the side of the work. Like, not if you fail, then you can rely on other team members to help you. And yeah, I think the point there is that there's no judgment. We'll have bad days, and it is fine if you struggle with stuff.
So I think an important aspect is kind of a shared definition of done for things, and a shared perspective of what's the task at hand. And that might not be like a single piece of work, but more of a, like when I was talking earlier about the kind of that boundaries, right? Have some clarity on what's the space we work in, and what are the responsibilities? Yeah, I think that's the right word in that context. Like, what are the responsibilities for single roles? And now they can change, but always having a shared perspective of what that is kind of allows for to kind of be done at some point. Go home and be done with work. You achieved what you had to achieve, and that's fine. There is more work around us, and that will never stop. So we could always do more and other things that we haven't worked on today, but we don't have to. And I think that's, at least to me, one important aspect of my leadership, like being clear what done means, and what I expect to be done, and kind of try to find ways where that fits beautifully together, so people are not working separately in their own gardens, but kind of within the same garden, right? And at some point, it's a beautiful garden, and it's good. There could be more done, but it's fine as it is. And I think that's I remember when I grew up in school, and this constant feeling of there's more homework to do, and I could learn some more for another exam, and always this feeling of never being done. There's always more to do. I think that's important for everyone in a way, this shared feeling of we shipped something, it's done.
Benny, I kept on thinking of what you said about ensuring that there's a decent amount of humanity which helps bring out the best in others. And I was curious, what do you mean by the decent amount of humanity? Can you give me examples in the workplace of what does it mean to be to bring in a decent amount of humanity? What does it look like?
I think I would start with being very clear that the company is not family. So like not having this kind of conversation where we're all friends and family, and we kind of give everything we have towards the company. I think that it's not, it will never be, and that's good. I think it has a lot to do with just being friendly to each other. I don't know, if someone has a birthday, we bring in flowers, or I don't know, every now and then someone would bake a cake. So it's kind of the small things of being friendly to each other that I believe, kind of set a bit the culture of how we work together. And then on a personal level, I think it's a lot about being vulnerable, kind of on all sides. So I try to be there when someone wants to explain, I don't know, a hard life situation and why they might be not totally up for work today, or I then also share things from my perspective. Like when I'm having bad days, I might as well just say that, and I think it has a lot to do with just accepting that and kind of asking questions when there is the relationship ground level kind of established, but also not just accepting, yeah, that's fine. You have a bad day, that's cool. And let me know if I can help.
How is it that you enable others to be vulnerable?
Listening without judgment. I think that's one thing I try to do, and being vulnerable myself. Yeah, to kind of set the scene that it's fine to share things. So I kind of trust everyone on the team and in the company to have a kind of a personal reason to be here at work, and have a personal perspective of personal development or development of skills, and kind of want to be better or become better and learn things. I think encouraging to learn, or setting the scene for some learning opportunities, or encouraging someone to kind of try and do something they've never done before. I think that's all helpful, but just expecting someone to do better than they have learned until now, that kind of doesn't work. So I think with that trust is also a trust towards, or Jordi, I totally trust you, right? To learn something when you are in the mood to learn something, and kind of because you're eager to learn, but I can't enforce that. I can just help setting the scene sometimes, sometimes better and sometimes not, right? But I trust you to go there and learn something if you're up for it. And yeah.
We're coming towards the end of our time together, and I'm still sitting with this idea from the beginning of our conversation, Benny, of, in a way, it seems like it's hard for you to even know what it is that you do that makes you a good boss. And then as I think about that, I wonder how we make this way of leading available for everyone. Because I heard Jordi say he is conscious that not everyone has a good boss. So he tries to, correct me, Jordi, because I won't get the words right, but you try to make life a bit easier for other people who might not necessarily also have a boss. How did you say it, Jordi?
Yeah, that's exactly what I said, I think.
Yeah.
Or brighten up their day, I
To
would say.
brighten up their day. And so I would love one outcome from this conversation, Benny, for you to be like just that much clearer about the impact that being a good boss has, not only on the people that work for you, but the ripple out effect of what that has for people that Jordi touches because of how you are as a boss.
Mm.
Well, it's a beautiful takeaway, Benny. You're impacting the world ripple by ripple.
Oh.
And Jordi, you're rippling.
Yeah. Yeah.